Hey, hey, how's it going? I wanted to give you a heads up on my impact here. I know it seems like it's kind of redundant. I'm not getting any help. The cops were kind of, hovering above the house due to my publication about Donald Trump, and of course, these people are evil in ways I can't begin to tell you. These are literally the people I've been describing to you as the people I've been describing. I'm not even kidding. um, this head crack that I've been talking about, just to bring that up. I was, I was sitting there screwing around with the impact, right? And I was sitting there, kind of pushing on my bone. And what ended up happening is, as I'm pushing down here, it was lifting up and back and forth here. Whenever I lay down in bed, I can feel this area here pushing forward, and along with my teeth and whatnot. So I think it's just dangling by some skin. And for years, I've been feeling this little gas thingy, like a tickling in the back of my head. And I've been realizing is it's been cracking very slowly and releasing gas underneath my skin. These neighbors, these people are literally terrorists. They're sitting there having a laugh about it and whatnot. These are really, really bad people in a bad way. And in regards to the president, this is comedy for him. This is just something to make fun of. I mean, this is really kind of a vile individual. And most of you guys, you're sitting there watching the American people die, and hopefully you can make $300 off of it. And thank God you were at the target, and then later on, for not fighting back, you die. Mm-hmm. Some things need to be dealt with in an immediate basis, and not that discussed over a beer or any of that. I feel fine, but I can feel this thing moving around a little bit. Florida Hospital didn't check my head. I think they literally have an allergy to it. And I tried to get my brother to bring me some cabbage. Red cabbage. It's one of my favorites. And the government's been releasing this crap that you shouldn't be eating anything cabbage. I even cook my fruit. I cook everything. Red cabbage, which I had recommended to the First Lady. Now, the reason I did that is because it contains anthocyanins. And what it does is it binds with peroxidase, which is generated by heavy metal. And it creates a hydrogen, it creates a water. It's never enough. It doesn't even max out past a cup, So it's pretty safe if you have a fluoride poisoning going on as well. Anyway, yeah, these people have softened my head up considerably with what they did, because the injection site is right here, and the crack, if you notice, my impact site, if you recall, okay, is here. So I impacted this way. So any area of bone that they softened with their injection is naturally cracked. And I'm a little worried about Hillary Clinton, because these people do murder liberally and without prejudice. So I'm sure they wouldn't put an egg scrambler in her head or something, because they do that. They'll do anything in order to get their way. This is how these people have been fighting amongst themselves for over 200 years up in the Middle East. These people are gung-ho about murder and war and sustaining a warlike structure. And you've been letting them change our own legal system as well as our legislation, and we will get caught up in something from which there will be no escape. I'm in need of a hospital, or I'm in need of having this looked at and figure out a way to attach my skull. And I'm in need of antibiotics as well, and something to help me survive. If the survival of the American public is within the agenda of the White House, as well as any of the individuals whom I've been contacting. Now, the FBI says the president doesn't give a shit. I've never heard of anything of the sort. stop being the FBI. So it concludes that they're the ones actually calling the shots or agreeing with them if it means that they can murder more Americans. And that's it.